Well, it all happened as a result of a leak. My guess is this was going to be Rishi Sunak's big conference speech in the first week of October up in Manchester, but it leaked and he decided, well, I may as well own it. So a major speech from the Prime Minister at 4:30 today. And it is a very significant speech. You know, ever since the late 1980s, when Margaret Thatcher was Prime Minister, we've been talking about environmental policy. It led through to the Kyoto Agreement, on to Paris, and then, of course, on to the Boris Johnson government wanting to be the greenest ever with the really, for some of us, mad rush towards net zero. Now, Sunak says we are keeping our commitments. We're sticking with the Paris Agreement. Nothing is changing, just the methodology and the practicality. What were the big standouts from today's speech? Well, firstly, you will still be able to buy a new petrol or diesel car up until 2035, not the original cut-off of 2030. He's promised no new green taxes for air travel. On boiler upgrades, the subsidy goes from £5,000 per household to £7,500 per household. And he says that energy certificates will not become more difficult for households. There's a whole mass of things here. There's even promises not to put taxes on meat. These are very, very major changes. But they bring quite big questions, namely, what are the divisions within the Conservative Party over this? Boris Johnson already not very happy. Lord Zach Goldsmith perhaps even on the verge of resigning, I think, from the Conservative Party. He's made it clear we'll go on exploring for oil and gas in the North Sea. There could be up to 150 MPs who do not like this, Tory MPs, who do not like this one little bit. So he's going to face some real challenges. And yet, my sense of this is going to prove to be pretty popular for him, and in particular in the Red Wall seat. So let me ask you, is this a vote winner?